Hey everyone, nintendoboy17 here. I thought I would make a review for the Halloween season, and that is for Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop for the Nintendo Wii. A re-release of the original Dead Rising for the Xbox 360 with quite a few changes, such as different engines, being that the Wii version is based on Resident Evil 4's engine, a strip down of how many zombies there were, and a bit of a different focus on gameplay, while hoping to stay true to the original, which I admit I haven't played, so I can't say my opinion on that one. But I will talk about what I think of the game on its own. The story of the game focuses around photojournalist Frank West looking for the next big scoop as he gets dropped off at the Willamette Parkview Mall in Colorado, only to get involved in a mass zombie outbreak and ending up assisting some surviving staff members, as well as 2 Department of Homeland Security agents. In the 3 days he has to be there, Frank ends up helping the surviving humans by doing their favors by rescuing other survivors and helping the agents investigate the cause of this outbreak, all while slaying the mass amount of zombies in his path, as well as deal with some psychotic humans trying to kill him. When you're out in the mall killing the walking undead, you have to use not only your guns, but your environment around you. Whether it's using gardening tools like lawnmowers and chainsaws, whacking them with sports equipment, smashing them with something as heavy as a TV, musical instruments, charging through with shopping carts, or chopping them up with axes, swords, and knives, throw in some other tricks like snapping their necks as well as throwing them, be it to a wall or by spinning them around, and you have quite a bit to work with. Now, while the Wii version doesn't have the amount of zombies the 360 version has, there are still some exclusives zombies that I feel make up for it, such as the parrots and poodles, as well as some psychopaths from the 360 version that become zombies just for this version. Speaking of guns, using them with the Wii remote works really well. Though at first it was a bit awkward to use the analog stick to have Frank look up and down while the targeting crosshairs moved around with the Wii remote being limited by the dead zones of your TV, I managed to get used to it rather quickly. The only weapons you don't use the Wii remote to aim with are the sniper rifles, as you use the analog stick on the nunchuck for aiming, while the only use of the Wii remote is pressing the button to fire, which also works well. In regards to the controls using the melee weapons, however, well, they could be better. Using quick strikes by pressing the A button works fine, though when you try to swing the Wii remote for some of the more powerful swings, it feels a bit delayed by responding a half-second later. The other times you use the motions are fine, it's just that using standard melee combat is a bit flawed in the motion aspect. Not counting the cutscenes, the game looks graphically inconsistent, even for a Wii game. Some areas, like some character models and mall environments, look fine, but other environments have a bit of pixelated textures to them. Even the zombies don't look that great either, as a lot of them reminded me a bit of what I saw on N64. Heck, when you're in a driving segment in the game, the zombies look like they don't even move. Don't you think they would be moving unless if they were killed? I also know that the Wii has graphical limits to the 360, but that's still bothersome. Be it the limits of the console or someone forgot to animate them out, what I have to praise the most is the amount of unlockables in the game. Whether you replay the storyline with your inventory from the last playthrough trying to unlock new stuff by passing certain missions with the high score, or playing 2 extra gameplay modes where you have other objectives also trying to get highly scored, you'll have a lot to do, and the amount of unlockables will keep you busy, be it with weapons, secret levels, or even costumes. But if you already play the 360 version, there probably isn't much reason to pick up the Wii version unless if you are curious to see how this version pans out in comparison. But say you don't have a 360, you might get some zombie slaying enjoyment out of this version like I did, despite some of the changes.